this time in this very small portion of the map, this tiny island
Right around here-ish.
known as Surugu. You're home.
I'm zooming in. Now you cut to the hex map as I zoom in, so. Wow. Look at that flawless transition.
Whoa.
Man, I feel.
You have arrived to a area of plainsland in the northern part of the island, expecting to find a colossal hydra that you will have to deal with. Instead, you have found a colossal carcass, burnt out, one presumes, by none other than the Burning Wrath.
Not great.
Yes, you're currently overhead. The charcoal and rotting smells of the once Hydra wafting up to you. You can also see in a couple of places in the surrounding area small little hamlets, thorps, like a couple of houses here or there, where people are just subsistence farming, have also little plumes of smoke appearing above them, and you can see scorch marks even from this distance as fields have been burnt.
I guess let's go investigate those and see if we can find any survivors.
Yeah, we should look for survivors. What did there was a message left, right?
No, there's just a big fucking skull, 7 skulls.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
That is the message in and of itself.
Yeah.
It's a symbological one. Yes, the 7-skulled symbol of the 7 sorrows of the shogun. Wow, that was a lot of sounds. Has been melted into the cliffside here. It's hardened by now. Whoever did this didn't do it like within the last. Didn't do it very, very recently. And thus far, you have not been attacked since you started flying over this territory. You fly over to one of the small little farmlets, little thorps, sail down, buildings completely burnt to the ground, with really only like the scorched suggestion that they once existed. Roll perception to search.
Yeah.
Yeah, get my sheet open.
All right.
If it lets me open my sheet, that would be great. There we go. I choose to perceive.
I will also attempt
You
to
rapidly
perceive.
regret the decision.
No.
It is not difficult to find a few burnt out corpses in this once house. You rapidly find Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
No.
Completely burnt to a crisp.
No.
Now we gotta go with Obi-Wan to Maz Eisley.
Who?
What
What are you talking about?
A cursory examination of a few other hamlets. A couple you find you do not actually see other bodies as you do a full circuit of this surrounding area as far as the destruction extends. In a couple you do see that you can't find any corpses, and it appears that at least from a few of these places the inhabitants fled, perhaps upon seeing a flaming person in the distance, raining fire upon their neighbors.
Yeah.
But the former inhabitants of this area have taken casualties. It's very clear. You do not find any indication that the Burning Wrath is still here. You've only found, well, why she has that name. For the time being, I am going to remove this little exclamation point and put down something else. This looks adequate.
Yeah.
So, territories that are burning are a new thing for your kingdom. This means that the Burning Wrath has, been burning and wrathful in that area recently. It will require an additional build point to capture that location, as you need to, sort of rebuild and put out the smoldering wreckage. Right?
Yeah.
The other thing is that this can potentially be an effect that occurs in your current holdings.
Yep.
You don't know when the Burning Wrath will strike or where. She's extremely mobile and just sort of randomly vicious.
Is there a trail of fire
No.
you can follow? No? Okay.
As you recall, the Burning Wrath can fly.
Yeah.
Yep. Ow.
I mean, I figured she was just gonna be like raining destruction constantly.
That would make it very easy to find her.
Yeah.
Evidently, that has occurred to her.
Yeah.
Instead, she has just left this hex completely burnt to the ground. You'll need to spend an extra build point to get rid of it in order to capture it. This could potentially happen to your hexes that you own. If so, the improvement in that hex will be destroyed.
Yeah.
And you'll need to spend a build point to clear it of the destruction and then rebuild whatever was built there.
Yeah.
If the Burning Wrath should land in those locations, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes, and I do have a system for her to strike randomly.
Yeah.
So, other than that, you have many, many tons of semi-rotten Hydra meat and a fairly destroyed hexagon of Sarugu. But unfortunately...
Does the Hydra have anything cool like horns or teeth that we can harvest for, I don't know, Hydra ivory or something?
Make a knowledge nature.
I don't think I'm particularly good, or is that one that needs to be trained?
All knowledges technically have to be trained.
I
Yes.
see. I doubt I have it. Where the hell did my sheet go? Why is everything falling apart?
I don't know.
Oh my god. This is just the pits. Here we go. Okay, knowledge. I don't have nature.
I am sorry. You don't really know? Going back to the Hydra to examine it, you can see that it does have very... Well, for one thing, this Hydra is colossal, as mentioned earlier. Each of its heads is about the size of a carriage.
Oh, hell yeah, that's cool.
And there was not a dozen, as previously reported. There's closer to 20.
Whoa!
Counting each of them, individually, there are 19. You think at one point there was 20, but one has been burnt down to a stump. And you can't find any indication of where that head went. Each Hydra has very long, pointy teeth that while they don't look like they were poisonous, they don't have like venom tubes going through them, but they are very sharp and pointy and have a certain ivory-like quality. That you think that, yeah, there's probably people that would buy these, especially since there's just like a ton of it here. 19 heads worth of fancy Hydra ivory.
Cool.
And it's already dead, so like it's just gonna sit there otherwise. You're not quite sure how to go about
Just rip it out.
removing these. And further, each of its teeth, like the smallest tooth in the Hydra's mouth, it actually has a relatively few teeth per mouth, only about like 6. Clearly meant for tearing and just swallowing whatever it tore off whole. But the 6 big fangs are each about 3 to 4 feet long and look substantial around at their base, probably about a foot in circumference. So they're not lightweight pieces of it's not exactly something that you would be able to transport super easily.
This is coastal, though, right?
Yes.
We could send a ship with a crew to dismantle these things. Maybe recoup some costs by selling exotic Hydra
You definitely
fangs.
could. And you do have a you especially have a fairly close relationship, as it turns out, with a person who would actually specialize in such and doing such a thing.
All right.
Well. So yes, actually, Pow, make an intelligence check.
Oh yeah, I'm great at those too.
Smart enough to realize to do that.
I'm not particularly smart, so yeah.
Well, luckily this was a pretty easy check. I actually set the DC at 5.
Oh my goodness.
You lived in Viven for the vast majority of your life. You've seen like animal parts traded. You know, actually, for quite a fact that, yeah, if you gave all this crap to Pascal, he could sell in Viven really easily.
Sweet.
The issue is just getting it there, because it is more than probably even he could lift.
You should go back to High Appa.
Yeah, we'll send out
Sada would prefer to
ship
go
with some dudes.
Sada would prefer to go right after the Burning Wrath, but there's like we have nothing to go off of, so.
Nah.
So I think we need to go talk to Shin.
As a message. Oh, yeah.
We don't have a witch we could turn in that the Hydra meat to, right? And she'd be like, "Hey, wow, Hydra meat. I could use that to make you a new leg, Akio."
What if Akio just took a bunch of Hydra meat and shaped it into the form of a leg? Would that work?
Yeah, what if she made your leg out of like a Hydra neck, and every time your leg was chopped off in the future, it would just grow back 2 more legs?
Yeah, why not turn into a monstrosity of Eldritch abomination? Sal's, is that a thing we can do? I want to know. Just asking around for reasons.
Hey, actually, so when you were in Viven, you recall an event where Kasumi put on the necklace of many faces, the necklace that alters your ancestry to reflect an entirely different species through powerful transmutation magics that you once received from the former witch of the volcano. You recall Kasumi putting that on in the Fatazo mansion and being transfigured into this horrifying spider centaur sort of thing you had never seen before and had no idea what it was. But it did have 8 legs. So perhaps if you put that on and became one, you would have 7 and be able to comport yourself easily.
Or at least 4.
Yeah.
If they're all on one side, it wouldn't help that much.
Oh my god, could you imagine? It takes the percentage rather than like the amount of limbs. You know what I mean? So you're always 50% off and always on the side that it's missing on. That's probably how that magic works. That's the curse. That's the monkey's paw. No! There's only one way to try.
There
right.
is.
Let's go
I
back.
will note that you are getting kind of used to your wheelchair now, and it is functioning pretty well.
Oh no, for sure. I don't mind the wheelchair, but it's obvious that like if I ever have the opportunity to throw the party down the volcano and get my leg back, I totally will. I did say did I say that out loud? Whoops.
All right, let's go
Okay.
back. Let's go back to Hayaba.
But yeah, let's actually like keep some of that Hydra meat for ourselves. I don't know. It's got a shelf
The
life.
Hydra meat is at this point pretty rancid.
Damn it.
Something about it.
What about
It doesn't look like it's been that old. There's maybe like a couple days, but it looks like the actual meat itself is highly biodegradable.
The bigger they are, the faster they rot. Yeah. How about is there still any remnants of an eye in one of the heads or a tooth I could take?
Yeah, that's the thing. Eyes are very vulnerable to decay once the animal is dead, and the rest of the body is rotting very quickly. If you
Damn.
want to look, you can roll perception. Just
Maybe there's
Open
a
up.
loose tooth hanging around.
I mean, teeth are easy. The teeth aren't rotting. Well, maybe one or two are because of bad dental hygiene. But otherwise, the teeth are fine. Eyes are definitely iffy.
I feel like I don't want to take a chance of rummaging through.
The other thing is that these eyes are each about like the size of a beach ball.
Oh, that's not. Wait, no, that's gross. I don't want to carry around a beach ball eyeball. No, what if it pops? Then you get all that eyeball juice all over your nice cold. I'm stumbling.
Ugh, the head's the size of a carriage. The teeth are multiple feet long, and the eyes are only the size of a beach ball. I hate this thing. I hate it.
A big beach ball.
It's
I decided-
gross to look at.
Not a small beach ball. The
I
big
just-
size beach ball. Like the one that
Yeah.
like
Team building exercises you use?
Exactly.
And,
This is like a 3-foot circumference, 3-foot diameter baseball.
Yeah, like those beach balls in those 70s shows with the lifeguards. I'm gonna refrain from exploring the Hydra corpse because I don't want to come across
Baseball?
any. I meant volleyball. Whoops. Anyhow.
No,
I mean, Sal
I
said
said baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
It's a 3-foot circumference baseball. Yes. 3-foot.
Yeah, but
No, not circumference. 3-foot diameter. I'm getting my trigonometry confused. Anyway.
yeah. I'm gonna refrain from exploring the Hydra corpse because I don't want to get yucky on my nice wheelchair.
Your nice
So-
wheelchair, your golden armor, your beautiful marlin
Cape.
cloak.
Yeah, cloak, and on top of it a coat. I am just layered.
Yeah, that coat is definitely not completing your look. You should, well, it's up to you. but,
Redo it. Yeah, we have to visit the guy in I don't remember.
That is
where.
true. You did plan on going to Tenuichi Ringo in Bozu.
In Bozu, eventually.
When you visited, you skipped him entirely, mostly because you
Whoops.
had to deal with a possessed child. And
Things got busy in Bosu.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. So this is all Pow's fault.
Yeah.
Way to go, Pow! Getting traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
No, Akio would not say that out loud. He likes Pow. She doesn't try to kill herself all the time like Sada. He says that out loud. No, I'm kidding.
So, you are left in a rather desolate area of Sarugu, as it turns out. What would you like to do?
We gotta go back to Hayaba and get Shin to send out. Well, Shin has eyes all over Sarugu, so I think that's
I don't
the
know
best bet
if-
for tracking down the Burning Wrath.
I don't know if this is a person that's track downable. She can fly away at any moment.
I mean, we gotta do something.
I think we have to bring her to us.
I don't know.
She left us a
how,
message with these skulls. I mean, it's not much of a message. What does the message say other than like, well, I'm still out here and I'm still causing a ruckus? Like, yeah, we know, we got it. You don't have to burn 7 skulls into the countryside or whatever. But we could send out maybe a challenge or something. I don't know. How do you
No.
lure in a
Hmm.
demigod?
I think she wants to hurt us. So it makes more sense for her to go around causing destruction when we're not around, able to do
Maybe
anything about it.
maybe we just call her like a pussy. Maybe she'll come fight us. I don't know. I just don't think we can catch up with her, even if somebody happened to see her. She'd be gone by the time we got there.
I mean, I don't know. It's worth still trying, though. So
That's true.
get whatever clues we can get.
Okay. Kasumi and Akio. Kasumi, you haven't said too much since we arrived, but
I kind of don't have an opinion at the moment. This is a little beyond my pay grade, and also my resources. Nothing I could say would really help. I guess we could make a big gun. Is that a stupid idea? Something to shoot her out of the sky?
there are no
Can't-
stupid ideas, Akio.
Well, okay.
Well, tell me how we'll get the knowledge engineering to make a big gun.
Like,
Hey, I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
if the problem is that it's what was I gonna say? Where was my train of thought? If the problem is she flies away, well then, and if we are willing to fight her, I guess easiest solution is, hey, shoot her out of the sky or throw a giant net on her. That's all I can come up with, to be honest.
Wouldn't
I'm
the
not
net
really
get
built.
burned?
Huh?
Wouldn't the net get burned?
We can make it out of something that would probably not catch on fire or burn as fast. I don't know. I feel like this is doable. I've talked to the wizards. I don't know. How about we get a... Wait a second. Why don't we build like a gun, but instead of it shooting like bullets, it shoots water. But like the
You mean-
water
you mean
is
Kasumi?
shooting. Wait a Kasumi's not a gun. Sorry, Kasumi.
I'm basically a gun.
But can you shoot high enough to reach somebody in the sky with enough velocity that it would, like, it'd be like getting hit with the pressure of the water?
When did Akio become a southern gentleman?
I'll tell you what's with this water.
Garland is just saying. Garland is leeching in, I think, a little.
Okay, sorry. We can
I was
build a
supposed to say
gun that
Boston,
shoots water.
Boston like he's saying water.
We can, and it can shoot her out of the sky with enough velocity and pressure. I feel like that's doable. I feel like, and if that's not doable by engineering standards, we can ask some magic people.
So
Break.
I only just sat down because I had to get dinner and help finish dinner. But
So I've heard.
Rhea had got me up to speed. I also second issuing a challenge. The Burning Death doesn't seem like the type who would back down from it. They would probably be really excited about it and would show up. So I think
Hopefully.
I think that's the right call.
She might be just the kind of person that wants to go around burning everything down just to cause trouble and would know better than to meet a challenge. But, I mean, I don't know. How do we catch her?
Maybe it'd be a way to disrupt her connection to... No.
I mean, she's like an echo of a god, right?
Like a piece, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how you disrupt something like that.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't know. I think the challenge is a good place to start.
I really like the idea of Kasumi just having this conversation while just chowing down on something.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're
I
fine.
haven't eaten today.
I'm laughing, but like honestly, I'm not bothered. It's just funny.
She just has a big bag of trail mix, just like crunch, crunch, crunch. Well, I don't know about this burning wrath, you guys. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Actually, it's rice and sausage and cabbage and
Nice.
veggies.
Fuck it, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go make a cup of tea to quell my appetite.
That's a good idea.
Um, hmm. Hmm. Maybe we could entice her with something that she wants and get her to enter a building to which she can't just fly out.
Well, we should go ask Shin about all this. 'Cause he's the only one who can probably figure that out.
I feel like
Sure.
if we invited her to a building, she'd just burn it all down. Like you saw the crater on the
Oh,
city, Elf City.
not invite her, but like, what's something she would want?
Us
She would
dead.
know that.
Yeah, to lay waste to shit.
Yeah. To completely destroy Saruga and wipe it off the map. And make sure we die in the most agonizing way possible.
Fair. Let me grab my canteen for 1 sec.
I like to imagine she just got back on the ship to get more, like, chips.
Okay. I'm back. So, have we made a decision? I do think talking to Shin is a good idea.
Yeah, let's go. I think Sal's AFK, so.
No, I'm right here.
Oh,
I'm
okay. I
I'm
thought you were making
eating
your tea.
something.
Okay.
I'm making things worse for you guys actually right now.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna take my other leg.
Oh.
Hide.
Akio has no legs now.
No.
And then he also has
I'm
no
not going
arms.
to take
And then he
your
has no
other
dick.
leg.
Oh.
Dickless Akio. That's what they'll call you.
No. I have never done anything to any of my players' private parts in any of my games, and I do not intend to start now.
Not even stealing Akio's dick.
Not especially, actually.
Well, the line in the sand has been drawn, and I will take that challenge.
You want?
You will steal Akio's dick if it's the last thing Nuva does.
No, I don't think I will.
Better consult the Vices book.
I'm bringing it up.
Good God.
All right, let's go back to Hayaba.
Any chapters on dick stealing?
I don't think there are.
Control F. I googled shrink, or I did Control F for shrink. Come out empty.
Yeah, we want detach.
Oh, that's a good word.
Why? Why?
Sorry, no results.
Hmm.
It's unfortunate.
Users on all levels. Eh. Eh.
Let's go talk to Shin.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, you're already in the voice.
You fly back to Hayaba, and settle down in Hayaba Castle quite easily. The town, the city, completely unaware of the potential threat that the Burning Wrath presents them. So yeah, where do you go first? As you get off from the
Straight to
skyscape.
Shin.
Okay. Out of the castle, through the city streets, you four, or actually more like you, 7 or so people that you've acquired, that you have accompanying you, march through the crowded city of Hayaba with a mission, marching towards Shin's new haunt, a new inn that he has been uh, remaining in. Through it, the innkeeper bowing and out of the way as you enter through and deep into the inn and back into the back room that Shin has taken over for his apparently permanent use. Whereupon you locate, well, you find the door is closed.
I knock.
There is a moment. And before you hear Shin's voice come through the wooden door, who's there?
Sada.
Ah, fuck. 1 second. Okay, you gotta go. There are a few moments. You're waiting there for about a minute, and you can hear some movement on the other side of the door before finally the door slides open and Madame O'Hay steps through. He smiles at you in a semi-embarrassed way before sidling past the lot of you and exiting out through the tavern, leaving you to enter into the room where Shin is currently reclining on some mats in a state of semi-dressedness. Can I help you?
The Burning Wrath is in Sarugu. I look at Kasumi.
I look at you like, bro, you learn how to walk into a room, Sana. Like, goddamn. You like, hey, you don't even like, wait, oh, what's the good news? What's the bad news? Ah, well, your mom's dead. like, chill back.
No,
I say all that with my stare.
she has a point.
All right, well, okay.
That's bad news. How do you know?
Well, the good news is that the Kara Hydra is dead. Because she killed it.
Yeah, that's the bad news.
Yeah.
Rather convenient for you. Why did she kill the cryohydra?
I think it was just in the way.
She also burned down like
killed like
a
a
town.
bunch of hamlets, yeah. Bunch of farming little places there.
Alright.
Yeah. And she also burned the symbol of Seven Sorrows into like a cliff face.
Alright, so we'll put destruction of property on her list of things to take her in for. I'm interested as to what you think I need to do here.
I'm hoping you can find some kind of lead with your spies. I'm not sure what, but
Obviously, if anyone I speak to sees a very angry Ifrit burning down towns, they'll say something to me. But the issue is that typically the Burning Wrath is very quiet for an extended period and then goes on a mass murdering spree and then disappears. She's hard to track. I've been trying to do so this entire time
Okay.
since you burnt her house down.
What about finding something that is important to her to force her to come to us?
Intriguing. What do you propose?
Well, I don't know much about her other than that she is, a being that's part god, literally. Um, hmm. Maybe we could find something in the wreckage of their old base. Travel back out there and see if we could find something interesting.
You could
Like,
try, but I wouldn't personally encourage you to return to Oshima at this time.
Yeah.
Since your incursion there, security is very high, they'll likely notice this. Well, you can turn the skyskip invisible, but at the expense of Sada's well-being. It might be difficult for you to actually do much there. It's, besides from what I've been told, their castle is crawling with the Shogun's agents trying to figure out what exactly went wrong. The one thing that I know about the Burning Wrath is that she has basically no other motivation except
Rage.
destruction. Yeah. The Shogun had her on a leash, essentially. He indulged her willingness to obliterate things because she would do it at his behest. In return, he didn't have her killed, or at least make it difficult for her to do so. The only thing I know that was different, the only really human, well, not human, I'm not even human, humans defining the world with their own words to create humanity. Anyway, the only really relatable thing that I know about the Burning Wrath was her relationship with the Enduring Pillar. The Unyielding Pillar, excuse me. Since I don't have to worry about her anymore, I've tried to keep the more active ones forefront in my memory. From what I understand, the Unyielding Pillar and the Burning Wrath were together. You, as I recall,
Yes, we killed the bird.
killed
Yes,
the Unyielding Pillar.
I did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, from what I understand, the Somber Wisdom, the halfling monk that you also killed, and the Unyielding Pillar were the only people really keeping a governor on the Burning Wrath.
So do you think I can
Um,
lure her then?
if she's motivated by revenge, being able to strike at you openly might be a potential lure. Yes. An extremely dangerous one, I would
Yeah.
note. She's very deadly, if it hasn't been made clear yet.
Yeah.
Sada, this person scares me.
Yeah.
Also, I think you're under contract, so to speak, on how exactly to take this person out.
That too.
Jake, could you turn on the noise canceling aspect of Discord, please?
Yep.
Thank you. Like, you don't have to mute yourself. I think if you just turn on noise suppression, it should cut out the background noise.
This is an easy way for me to just make sure it stays not a problem until I tap to talk.
As you wish. So, do I play a role with your potentially suicidal
I mean, I don't even know
desire?
what we're gonna do. Like you said, that's like a suicidal idea. I don't even know if it'll bleh, what that'll accomplish if
Well,
Fergus is still.
potentially get her to approach you if you can have some way of holding her in place or
Yeah.
incapacitating her for an extended period.
We sent some letters off to see if we get some help with the furrows aspect, but it'll probably still be a while before we hear anything back, I'm sure.
Sending them by vote, it could be months.
Yeah.
You're you do have, from what I have been told, an archive essentially of ancient elven knowledge on the island now.
Hmm. True.
Maybe worth investigating a little.
Yeah. I do know Elvish now.
I'm very proud of you.
I also know Skitterkin. That's very hard to speak.
That's
They
something we
don't
should
know.
probably go deal with.
Yeah, that's also another thing we have to deal with. We have a lot of problems piling on here.
Oh, right, I heard about that.
Yeah.
The
Skitterkin Civil War.
Civil War.
Yeah. And there's the guy from T, and Vapbear wants our help with Kesh.
You have a bit of a pile up of priorities.
There's also the goblins, but they just mostly just want to be left alone. So
That's curious.
yeah, that was a weird thing. We met with the goblins, by the way.
And they didn't just try to kill you.
No, it turns out there were like lesser ones from like the hordes we fought back in Shugo, and they basically got freed when most of those warriors died. So they've just been trying to get by since. It sounds like.
Interesting.
But yeah, they mostly just asked us if we could leave them alone for now and let them figure stuff out. So we did so.
Well, that's very nice of you, and I'm very pleased that we have yet another force on the island that isn't necessarily hostile to us.
But yeah, a lot of stuff. And I'm worried if we go deal with anything else, the burning wrath is gonna show up and burn down like a town or something.
Speaking of Shugo, I've been getting interesting reports from there lately regarding loud noises, the sounds of, for lack of a better word, industry coming from the north of there.
Ah.
Agamantai's been there forever. I've lived there for a very long time. I never heard anything out of those mountains and hills.
Sada like just buries her face in her hands. All right. I guess let's figure this out.
Sai turns up. Running country,
Yeah,
kind of hard.
yeah. I mean, I knew there was some heart. I know it's hard, but also was hoping, a bunch of things wouldn't happen all at once. But unfortunately, we're here now.
As I say, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah,
All right. I asked Metamura to wait in the lobby. Could you send him back in when you're leaving?
sure. All right,
Thank you.
all right. Let's head out. So where should we head first? Should we go to the monastery and scour the ancient elven archives?
I think the Scarekin thing's kind of a pressing matter right now.
Yeah, that
So-
sounds bad.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what we can do quickest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm,
Should we head to the Skitterkins first?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, how do you want to get there?
That is
And
the question.
With,
Is there a
and
giant
with
hole we
whom-
can drive the sky skiff into?
and with who do you want to proceed?
Yes. Hmm.
To
I was thinking maybe of asking Greta to help with a Vorkrit there. We don't know what his deal is right now, so.
Hmm.
You could
what's-
ask Rita.
Yeah.
If you do, you might get a 2-for-1. In
That
that,
also-
Bardun would almost certainly try to accompany you.
True.
Ooh.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go ask Greta.
Okay. Traveling out of Shin's Tavern, it's only a short walk to the Temple of Polonius, perhaps intentionally. You make your way up the steps and into the large pagoda and into the main chamber of the temple, wherein you find none other than Grida and Baradun, apparently in the midst of a religious ritual where Grida is exhorting Polonius to bless the bounty of your lands in order to ensure that they produce far more than anyone could possibly ever desire.
Nice.
And in so doing, encourage the great excess of all of your people.
Also true.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta have extra stuff. If you're gonna have excess.
Greta does catch your eye, or rather, catch sight of you as you enter, and sort of hover around the back, but she doesn't seem to accelerate her ritual.
I'll just wait.
Um,
It's fine.
the various lady and Polonius worshippers and a few Polonian priests continue through the various movements of their religious ritual until eventually, finally, there is a final bell that Greta rings. And with that, a tremendous amount of food just appears on various tables throughout the room, into which the various the assembled attendees do dive. And Greta saunters over to you.
Hey.
Sadoruro et al. Hello, everyone. May I ask what pleasure to what do I owe the pleasure of such a large visit of state?
I wanted to ask for your help if you're able. We're gonna go down
My
to
help?
yeah. If we're gonna go down to Krithlamar and see if we can help out with the I guess civil war there. I don't know what side Vorkor would be on, but if you're with us, I'm hoping if he's against us, you can convince him.
Ah, I see.
And
That's.
also, you're strong, so
I'm not very strong. Baradun is strong. I am subtle.
Hmm.
But I do have so many, well, things to do here. I have responsibilities I need to take care of.
yeah.
I honestly, it would be difficult for me to simply drop everything and accompany you into what could be quite deadly territory.
Also true. If not, it's understandable.
Well, you get the sense that Greta could use some convincing.
But we would really appreciate it if you came down with us. We could use the help.
You would appreciate it.
Yeah.
I glare at you.
Akio's missing a leg.
So I've noticed.
Ma'am, there's literally nobody else who would be up to the task besides you. We
Still,
need you.
you've managed to accomplish such great things without me. Why should you require me in this situation? Alina, could you roll a sense motive just because you have a fairly high one? So
Yeah.
passively, you might just pick up on this honestly also. Actually, yeah, honestly, Paulina, what is your passive sense motive? What is just 10 plus your modifier?
Yeah.
10 plus my modifier? 27?
That's pretty high. And yeah, Greta's not being subtle. She wants some sort of reward. It's very clear.
I just don't know what to reward her with. That's the thing.
That's not my department.
Maybe
Oh,
we
man.
can maybe we can make some kind of exchange to show our appreciation if you come down with us.
I'm not trading my other leg.
Like Akio's other leg.
I don't think she wants your leg.
Yes, typically an exchange would be made for something of value.
It's a pretty nice leg. I consider it valuable.
It's one of a kind.
I'm interested in as to what you might offer.
I don't know.
Yeah, I disagree. I think that is good. Well, I'm afraid that unless you simply are going to imperiously command me to accompany you, which is typically not the best way to handle companions, I'll note, you frankly need to convince me.
I think.
Yes. By the way, the food is available and drink is available to anyone if anyone would like to indulge.
I rolled a 10 on my intelligence. Decide I come up with any brilliant ideas that I can't come up with.
No.
Damn.
What can we offer to someone who has it all?
That's the whole point. You, I'm sure, be able to think of something.
You're just playing coy. What do you want, like a holiday? Or party? Or a statue?
Two statues?
Actually,
Wait, why would you offer two statues before she's even agreed or disagreed to one statue? It's crazy.
50 statues.
Because who we know.
While having Palinelli recognized as an official holiday of the state would be very nice. More or less, people already simply drop what they're doing to celebrate it, so I don't think it's really that necessary. But having a shrine to Polonius in the major settlements that don't already have one would do very much to assist with the administration of the faith.
How big of a shrine typically is the thing? Like what's the difference between a shrine and a temple and a church and a
An order of
Yeah.
magnitude, rather, really. A shrine is quite humble, but perfect for our purposes. In far-flung towns, eventually, potentially, there might be desire for a temple if the shrine is no longer capable of keeping up with with an area's desires. I wouldn't require them to be built all at once, naturally, but a commitment to spreading the faith through the rest of the towns would be very nice. You don't have to do Shugo, that already has a shrine to Polonius.
Okay, I think we can do that. What do you think, Fal? You're the high priest now, after all. So
Well, it seems like a fairly natural progression of things. I think that would be a fine idea.
yeah.
Excellent.
Boy,
Doing the Mr. Burns fingers.
no kidding.
Well, with that established, I think I can commit to your assistance in that case.
All right. Thank you.
Truly my pleasure. Let me know when you want to leave. I'll get my things together and we'll set off into Crithelma itself.
Yes.
Bowden! What? We are going to go underground. It's probably going to be very uncomfortable for you. Sorry.
I mean,
Oh.
once we get to Krithlamar, it should hopefully be somewhat all right. To some extent. I mean, Vorkrit fits down there, so.
Borkrit is literally liquid.
I mean, before that, he's still.
Well, now he is, yeah. But
Yeah.
Perhaps. We'll see.
All right. And yeah, when should we leave? Tomorrow morning, maybe?
That I will leave up to you. In the meantime, I will simply collect my things and also engage in the feast that I so nobly provided for my patrons,
All right.
which again you are invited to.
Hmm.
Please eat, drink, be merry, be uninhibited, for that is what our Lord requires. And with that, with one final sultry glance, Greta will turn away from you and at sort of the altar area and go about attending to the needs of her faithful.
All right. Sada's gonna go find Parthax.
Pardax?
Pardax. Why did I say Parthax?
I don't know. All right. Sada is going to go find Pardax. Is anyone going to accompany Sada, or are people going to do their own thing?
I'm gonna politely eat a piece of cake and have a glass of punch at the party just to show that I'm cool, and then leave.
It is.
Maybe we'll have several
Huh?
slices of cake.
I mean, she has to fuel it somehow. Sure. The cake is excellent. And Greta clearly notices both of you engaging in the ritualistic feasting and clearly appreciates it. So you leave afterwards, exiting out into the city. Sada, would you have waited for them to?
No, probably just head off.
All right. So that leaves a question of where Kasumi and Pao and Akio would go after they leave the Temple of Polonius.
What?
Where would you go after leaving the Temple of Polonius? Kasumi having had really too much cake.
Sometimes you just gotta enjoy some cake.
It's true.
Yeah.
Where would I go? I'm not really sure.
What?
I'm not really sure. I didn't say it like that. Sal understood me.
Well,
But
What?
Yeah, I don't-
There's a dog stuck in the well.
fuck it. Yeah, I don't really know where to go. I guess I'll fuck, I don't know. Sorry.
you could accompany Sada if you didn't
Oh
stop
wait,
to have
yeah,
cake.
yeah. I don't know if Sada was doing this
Don't know if
thing by
you're a cake
herself, but I'm
guy.
obviously joining her. No, I
I mean,
don't
she
need to eat
she
cake.
can. I was just gonna go ask Cardax about the Eteron.
No, I'm joining you.
Okay.
I'm too grumpy to have cake.
Okay. Akio and Sada return to the castle, whereas Paulina and Kasumi exit the Temple of Polonius sometime afterwards. Where do you guys go? I just want to have an idea.
You could go ask
Don't
Pascal
know.
about the Hydra.
This is true.
Yeah.
See about getting some boys out there to carve that thing up, maybe. It's worth doing. Kasumi, what about you? Ow. Fucking headset.
Hey, after you talk to Pascal, let's how about we go get some lunch. I'll get Tatsu.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just sort of chill before going to deal with a civil war or whatever. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So the two of you walk. Well, Paulina, you actually know Pascal's schedule, and he keeps a pretty thorough one. At this time of day, he'd probably be at the Temple of Atenket. So you guys, again, making your way.
He's a good boy.
To there. Sada, you and Akio return to the castle of Hayaba, walking through and towards the chambers in which Pardax has claimed domain.
Yes.
Opening it, you do find the cylindrical Iteron as they continue their endless calculations for whatever purpose you have yet to decide.
What is 2 plus 2?
The answer is obviously 4. What
Hello,
have
Pardax.
you? Correct. That is I.
Yes.
For what have you approached?
I wanted to ask you if you. I've been here. I heard recently there's apparently sound coming from the Iteron territory to the north of Shugo. There. I was wondering if you knew anything about that. Like sounds of industry in a way.
There is a bit of a silence as Pardax continues to click the various calculation knobs on their chassis before finally answering. I am unaware of any activity that could be causing these noises. I will send a missive to Agamentai, the Soul Forger.
All right. Thank you.
He will have no doubt have an information on what is going on in his realm.
Okay. I would try to sense motive, but he's an Iteron, so.
You can sense motive on an Nidoran.
All right, I'll try. Let's see here. Let's see.
I mean, Daedalus is typically very easy to read. Pardax is much harder to read.
Yeah, I figured.
However, there was something in that initial pause. Pardax was thinking about how to respond.
Are you sure you don't know anything?
Correct.
Really
That
sure?
is, this line of questioning suggests you distrust my truthfulness.
I'm just making sure.
Indeed, I am
All right.
sure.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you for your company. I have calculations to return to.
All right. All right. I close the door,
Okay.
and once
You
you go
egg.
away, I better say, I guess I turn to Aki and say, it seems, I think he knows more than he's letting on, but I'm not sure to really get him to talk. So
I don't know how to read an Nidoran.
it was just
I
that
don't know what
pause, when he before he answered.
maybe he was downloading more RAM.
What the hell is RAM?
I don't know.
That is
Yeah.
not how it works. Thank you.
All right.
Meanwhile, Paulina and Kasumi, you make your way to the Temple of Atenket, the open-air giant pagoda. In this midday hour, quite busy with the sounds of various people improving themselves in various ways. There is a somewhat small crowd, not small, but a substantial crowd. You can see sort of gathered into one spot. And as you approach, you see that it is around Pascal, who is currently doing chest flies with 3 anvils in each hand.
How?
Oh, yeah, I should also.
Because he's ridiculously strong. I don't know what I
How
did.
do you hold on to them all at once?
Also, I'm gonna.
They are chained together, or they are in chains, and he's holding onto the chains.
I remembered I haven't done my hive castle stuff, so I'm gonna do that quick.
All right, sounds good. Each right, so each anvil has a sort of like chain holding onto it with a chain going up, and he has the 3 chains from each 3 anvils in his hand, and is doing his thing, and doing it for reps. It's apparently not even that difficult for him. Not difficult enough. Not so easy it is for him that as you approach, he actually he does notice your approach and go, "Oh, hey pal, how are you doing?" And he's just completely blithely as he's going through this really, frankly, impossibly heavy weight.
Ow. Freaking sorry. Can you hear that? Can you hear the... Oh, can you hear the
Yeah.
noises? I'm
Yeah.
really sorry. I'm trying not to move it too much. Just, oh my god. Anyway, hey, showing off?
No, this is just my regular reps. Wait, actually, when I'm sort of at max, I mean, this is pretty close to max, but
Oh, you've drawn a crowd.
yeah, I guess so. I'm showing off. Yeah, I'm sorry. And with that, he sort of, with a final grunt, he brings them up. He brings his hands up together before letting them drop back down. Dropping the chains and sitting up on the bench. There is some impressed hooting and hollering from the crowd, which he sort of waves away bashfully. before grabbing a towel and wiping himself down a bit, getting up and wiping off the bench as well. You don't usually visit me during my workouts. What's up? Hey, Kazumi, how are you?
She's eating a piece of cake. She took a piece of cake to go. Her mouth is full.
I thought Kasumi went off to go get Tatsu.
I think we were gonna get Pascal and then talk about the Hydra
okay.
and then get Tatsu and then go for lunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get some Snickers.
There, she ate all the cake. Good.
You know, cake like that, it's really just sort of, it doesn't do anything for you. I mean, it tastes good, but
Doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah,
It's
it
good for your
tastes good.
soul. It's good for your soul.
It tastes delicious.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
like proteins and
Oh, speaking of proteins, there's this place where they cook all the food in front of you. And it's like crazy. They like flip everything around. It's like very dramatic.
Oh yeah, they like throw a shrimp in the air and then they catch it in a hat and then you're like, whoa, they caught it in a hat, but then the shrimp like it comes out of their sleeve and it's like, how'd that happen? What's in the hat?
Magic shrimp.
Magic shrimp. I've heard tail.
Of that shrimp tail.
Yeah.
okay. You guys just come over to tell me about magic shrimp?
Oh,
No.
You're gonna have magic shrimp. Duh.
What?
What?
Oh, is that?
We're gonna go get the magic shrimp, right?
Oh, that's where we're going.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll eat a magic shrimp, I guess.
Like what now? Or
I mean, I figured.
What
I
what
guess
time
it
of day
kinda-
is it again?
it's getting sort of like into the mid-afternoon. It would be a late lunch, certainly.
Shrimp lunch, shrimp late lunch. Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
For Pascal, it doesn't matter since his
It's true.
eating schedule is basically non-existent. It's
Yeah, but
more. He questions whether you guys haven't eaten already, or if you don't want to wait until dinner.
Well, Kasumi's been eating a lot of cake and trail mix. We were just on the road, the sky.
Look, I get
Right.
mochi, okay?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
like
fine.
a lot of cake? Kasumi, you really shouldn't eat that much cake. It's really not good for you.
Cake for the cake.
I mean, it just gets more perfect, if that's possible.
Yeah.
There. I've added more stuff to the castle. There's more. There's another bedroom, another set of bunks, a dojo,
Hey,
and
very
escape,
good.
and an escape room.
Bunk beds. Let's have a
an
sleepover.
escape room.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We
Sounds
can
fun.
Or I
review
guess,
that.
escape route. I mean.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you just wanted me to. Oh, okay, yeah, definitely. My work route's pretty much done. Now that I can actually make gains now, I'm actually trying to like focus down on parts of my physique that I'm really sort of think are lacking, but
No.
no, yeah, it's
Lacking.
well, you know,
There's
everybody
always
has-
room for improvement, but none of you is lacking. Anyway, we've got like a business proposition, maybe. No, I knew it. I knew it. Sumi, shut up. No, there's a huge dead Hydra. We can talk about it over shrimp, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, huge dead Hydra?
Yeah, we didn't do it, though, unfortunately. I wanted to. I was looking forward to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
But there might be a good business opportunity in it.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Let me change and definitely. Yeah, just give me a few minutes. I'll be right with you. A few minutes later, Pascal has in fact changed out of what he had been wearing to work out into a far more formal fancy boy outfit.
A pair of undies.
That's it.
No,
But real
it's
fancy ones.
He is wearing a outfit quite in keeping with the Vivani style, but perfectly tailored to show off his physique as much as possible.
So a pair of undies. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Please. And so you begin walking. You still have to collect Tatsu, I believe, is your intent.
Yeah. I think it is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know.
Well, then it's a short trip up to the castle with the three of you, where you do espy your the flaming waterfall of your significant other's hair, Kasumi, from behind as he is currently apparently sort of looking like he's meditating in the courtyard by the koi pond, or at least just admiring the pool. Your approach is noticed by him, though, unless you're trying to sneak up on him. And he turns to you and goes, everybody, hey guys."
Well, okay, they might. I did roll stealth. I don't know about anybody.
Kasumi. It's like that Shadow of Mordor prompt: sneak up and kiss your wife.
Okay. Then yes, Kasumi, that's easily enough to beat his perception. You do sneak up on him. And yeah, what do you do?
I do that whole where you tap on one shoulder, but you're standing on the other side. You know that thing?
So cute.
Oh, it's obnoxious.
He turns around,
Yeah.
doesn't see anybody, and then he doesn't actually turn around the other way. He just keeps sort of like rotating and like having to turn
I
his
shimmy
entire
around
body around.
behind him.
Pow and Pascal are just standing there like, oh boy.
Hey
Sick.
guys, did you throw something at me?
No. Why would we do that now?
I don't know. I felt something on my shoulder.
I
And
tap
you're
it.
just like,
Maybe it was a bug.
he snaps around to you and this time sees you. And he's like, oh, hey.
You were very oblivious sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
What's up?
okay though. Lunch,
It's like
dinner,
three-
lunch, dinner.
I mean, I ate at noon, but I guess I could have a small thing.
We're going to that magic shrimp place.
What?
You know, the place where they do the thing where they like cook the food in front of you and then like throw it in their hat and then it comes out their sleeve.
What, like a hibachi place?
Yeah,
A
sure,
hibachi
whatever.
place.
Is that what it's
Whatever.
called?
I can do that, you know.
But sometimes you don't have to.
Because-
Or how about this? We go there and you challenge the guy.
Oh no, we don't want to do that. Or You know-
It's you.
you don't disturb the servers. You don't. You don't go into somebody's workplace and then upset things. No.
You don't go into somebody else's house and like mess around like that. No. But yeah, sure. If like with Pau and Pascal too, or
Yes?
okay. No,
You got a problem with that?
No.
Let's go
Why
settle
would I
this.
have-
Let's go settle this in the newly built
You
dojo.
are.
No. Yeah.
I would never have a problem with that. You're both
I'm
really
joking.
fun to be around people who are also extremely scary, and I wouldn't want to insult.
No, it's cool. That was a joke, and also please don't feel like you have to tiptoe around us. We're not gonna like kick your ass for no reason or whatever. That'd be crazy.
Good.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go.
All right.
It's not long before you do find your way to the restaurant. Since you are at the castle, you could interact with Sada and Akio as they are returning from speaking with Pardax, if you'd like to invite them. But as I see this, it's more of a sort of double date thing.
Akio can't be my
Yeah.
date. That's horrible.
Stop
And then
ragging on Akio. Just rude.
Yeah.
All right. You
Now
know what I
the
want
Even
to
if
do?
his
You know what I
voice
want to do
changes
next?
every time he says something.
You know what I want to do next? I want to go talk to Betalist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I was eating an ice cream cone.
Ooh.
All right, so Kasumi and Paulina, you
What was
two
that?
take
Ooh,
your.
about?
Just love ice cream. It's exciting.
Where'd Akio get that ice cream?
Well,
Yeah.
probably from the gelato bowl that
yeah.
Shazari gave you.
I forgot that existed.
Maybe he's making ice cream.
So
What?
Akio. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Akio.
So while Paulina and Kasumi go to the restaurant with their respective significant others, Akio and Sada, you easily find your way into the clockwork workshop where you find none other than Betalus, the Batilla type inventor, the very, very effusive and optimistic Iteron, whom you have taken into your service, who whirls around their head just to look at you as he hears you come into the room, and exclaim, "Ah, Lady Sada! How
Hey.
wonderful to see you!" Bedalus's torso turns around to match the direction of his head, followed by his hips and legs, and he approaches you. It is excellent to see you again. How is everything going? Well, I presume your Hydra hunt, no doubt, was effective and bracing.
It could be better.
Oh no,
The Hydra
that's
is dead. That's the good news.
well,
It
that
also
The
was.
seems
the
like
bad news is that we didn't kill it.
oh well. Sometimes others do steal one's thunder, but you know there is a certain level of grace in acknowledging the achievements of other people who have come
The
after you.
the
And
worst the
indeed,
worst
since you have
the
already achieved so much,
the worst
I'm
news is
sorry.
that
Person who killed.
it was the burning wrath.
I'm
And they
sorry. I
won.
don't know who that is.
One of the
Okay.
seven sorrows.
The Hydra was killed by an even bigger threat.
Oh,
Yeah.
the bigger fish.
Yeah.
The bigger fish. The big kahuna. The great white shark. I'm gonna stop. I've already run out.
Fortunately, I do understand your allegories. That's awful. I'm very sorry to hear that such a threat is on our lovely island. Is there anything I can do to help?
Can you
I
make
mean-
a big water gun?
I'm sorry?
Nothing. Forget I said it. It's an impossible dream.
All right.
Oh.
Lady
Okay.
Sada, is there anything I could do to help, though?
I mean, not that I can think of.
Oh,
I was gonna say we're going down to Kruthelmar soon because the Skitterkin are in Civil War, but I was curious if
the Skitterkin are in a civil war. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is something I was not aware of either.
yeah, we
I
just found that out
am
recently.
admittedly bad at acquiring news.
Yeah.
Well, that's. I'm very glad to hear that you are going to go and help.
I hope
Such as
so.
it is.
Yeah.
The issue, civil wars are not that diplomacy and interstate relations are my forte, but domestic affairs like a civil conflict seems very perilous to involve oneself in as an outside
Yeah, I mean, it
entity.
turns out we're the subject of the Civil War because there's some of the Skitterkin don't agree with being allied to us. So
Oh,
yeah. So
well.
I imagine if it doesn't go the way of our allies, then we might be seeing the Skitterkin try to lead a revolution against us again.
Well, not a
Or not
revolution,
revolution,
but
yeah, lead an
certainly
invasion.
a hostility.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, are you certain it would lead to invasion, or would it simply just be a chilling of relations? Your
I don't know.
conflict, well, can you truly say that you're involving yourself in what is really a conflict for the Skittican is justified?
Hmm.
I'm to be clear. I'm sure you can and already have. I'm simply exploring things for my own selfish benefit. I like to understand, but I also understand that sometimes things are not meant for me to delve into. So, what did you want to approach me for, Lady
Uh,
Sada?
well, I was actually going to ask if you were interested in coming to Krithlamar with the Bedalo type, but it's also probably
Oh,
pretty dangerous. So, but
it sounds extremely dangerous.
I figured I'd
But then
ask.
again, you are asking me to be essentially a wartime photographer or batilotyper, which is very intriguing to me.
And besides that, I also wanted to ask you another question.
Ah, yes?
Do you know what I've been hearing reports from Shugo that apparently there's sounds of, I guess, describe this industry coming from the Iteron settlement. I was wondering if you knew anything about that. I tried asking
That's
Pardax, but
extremely
he,
unusual. The uh, of Agamenti's industry is very deep underground and within those mountains. I'd be
yeah,
surprised if anyone could hear anything out of those. The only thing I can imagine being actually audible would be Agamentai expanding his enterprises,
hmm,
or potentially the establishment of new workshops by one of the other Iterons. Potentially, if they were digging into the cliff face to establish a mine, or simply a new laboratory.
okay. Hopefully, it might just be something like that. I tried asking Pardax, but it seems like he might know something, but he wasn't really forthcoming.
Podax
So,
was chosen by Agamentai to be his ambassador for
yeah,
a reason. They
yeah.
are very cagey.
Hmm. But yeah,
They play the role of the absent-minded professor quite well, but they know how to handle people.
yeah,
And you didn't hear it from me. They know how to render people as well. Podax is dangerous. Don't get on their bad side if you can do so.
okay. Is it gonna turn out that he has like a bunch of like saw blades in his like cylinder body?
I will not say anything to any effect.
Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much it. If you're interested, we're probably leaving tomorrow morning, so think it over.
Uh, Very good. I will do so. I think the answer will have to be yes.
Okay.
I think I'd be remiss to lose such an opportunity to document history in such a way, but uh, I do worry about the overall goal of your expedition, to be quite honest.
I'll guess maybe I'll go ask Greta again to see if she can ask Brisket if he needs her help or not.
Rita will almost certainly tell you to do whatever you desire because that is what she thinks,
I mean, I
from
want
what
her
I
to
know of
use
her.
a sending spell, is what I meant.
Ah,
Yeah.
well, maybe. That makes sense. All right. Well, I'm going to go and gather my things, I suppose.
All right.
If there's anything I can do for you in the meantime, please do not hesitate to let me know.
All right. I'll tell you if I think of anything.
Giant water.
All right. I'll pretend I didn't hear the water gun thing again. Um, you all have a good time.
You too.
A brand new leg.
All right.
Oh, oh. I note that you are missing one of your legs. Wait, I believe you actually asked me about this already. Unfortunately, I am not capable of fabricating you a new one. Agamentai would be if he was so inclined. He is almost certainly not, however.
Doesn't he hate humans? I don't remember.
Agamentai is very purist regarding the superiority of the machine as a form and considers integrating it into an organic host as an insult to the device. It is
Oh,
almost Acromentan in that way. Holdover for him. I'll just be getting back to what I was doing then.
Okay.
Have a good afternoon.
have a good day.
You too. Do we know anybody else who knows sending cells?
You suspect that you basically know that any um Greta is capable of doing it, and anyone who is a cleric or spellcaster of Greta's level would be able to. So that really only leaves the High Priest of Silva, maybe. And actually, from what you recall, you think that really probably he's a little bit weaker than Greta.
Okay. All right. I'll probably go to Greta then.
Okay.
I'm just worried about her maybe potentially misleading us because of our deal, but we'll see.
Meanwhile, at the
Meanwhile,
restaurant,
on a lovely double date.
on your lovely double date, you are at a large grill area where a really quite exceptionally adroit Sarugan chef is currently making all manner of showy cooking in front of you. You
wanna be the
have
chef.
been wowed by a onion volcano.
what?
An onion
Wait.
volcano.
Is that what I think it is? Is it like
We have
someone
a
took?
bloomin' onion.
No, it's an onion volcano where they
It's-
use the layers. They cut an onion. They use the layers to stack it up.
Yes.
Into a cone, and they pour
Oh.
oil into it, and it creates
Oh.
a little volcano.
That's pretty nice.
Fabulous.
Yes, you have already had the experience of the shrimp being flung into his hat, out of his sleeve. Each of you have had to try and catch one of the shrimp, and at this point, he is now just getting into the sort of basic cooking as he actually prepares your actual meals.
Keep on nudging Tatsu and saying, yeah, you impressed yet? Can you do better?
Yes. Yes.
I keep doing it.
Eventually, you're each served a substantial, whatever it is that you ordered, a nice heaping helping of really quite good food. The actual quality of the cuisine is at no point diminished by the showboating of its preparer. Eventually, the chef, upon the completion of your final order, bows to each, thanks you for your time, and sees himself off with his various accoutrements, leaving you to eat at the counter around the grill to your heart's content. So, what do you do?
Well, A, enjoy yourselves. We've earned it.
Okay.
Good.
That is quite easy to do. The food is very good, and the company is even better.
You got to roll on a really high DC to enjoy yourself. It's like a 50.
No.
I'm gonna roll. Roll a wisdom roll to see how much I enjoy myself.
Why would that be wisdom?
I don't know.
You enjoy yourself pretty exceptionally, and I
The-
don't know why that would be wisdom, but
The
you know what?
the
Fine.
wisdom to enjoy yourself.
Yeah. The wisdom to know when to cut back.
Okay.
Okay, well then, yeah, Kasumi, you had like 4 pieces of cake on the way here, and you're rapidly, as you eat your meal, you're rapidly approaching Polonian territory if you want to keep going. So, fortunately, your
I'll
wisdom.
pace myself.
Um, and yeah, eventually Pascal, after eating about half of what he has, goes, "Oh, so you guys were saying something about a business thing earlier that you wanted to talk to me about?"
Yeah, or at least an idea to float by you. So there was this Hydra out on the coast. And it's dead.
now.
It's dead now,
Okay.
which is good. But the thing had like 20 heads, roughly, and each of those had like some pretty nice teeth. Real big ones. Like, I can't understate the size of this thing. It was
How big
enormous.
is this Hydra?
Oh, it was very, very big. And the teeth were, how long were they? They were
Like 3 to 4 feet.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
like
almost as
long as
tall
my arm or
as-
so, like longer
No
than that,
longer.
maybe. Yeah.
Pow, roll sense motive.
Okay.
You can see the dollar signs in Pascal.
You know, each of those heads had, you know, a fair amount of teeth in them.
Well,
Less than you'd think, but
Tombstone
wow.
apparently wants to take over as DM. Is able to predict what exactly I was about to say to you. Yes. Pascal is able to, or rather, Pascal is typically good about not being like super excited about business things. He considers that an aspect of what he is that he tries to do as best he can, but he's not a greedy person. But you have just dropped in his lap something that could really help establish him here tremendously. It is very hard not to see the excitement, even though he tries to play it cool. Okay. Neat. So where did you say that this Hydra was?
I tell him wherever it was. It was like the northeast
Yeah,
coast,
you're
right?
you're easily able to tell him where it was, and actually,
Yeah.
it's still on fire. So if you looked at the map, you could see.
Yeah.
And okay. Did you take any of the teeth, or
No, because see, the thing is, it was killed by the Burning Wrath,
Oh,
and they also burnt down some like a settlement, and it's kind of, you know, it's sort of
right.
the idea of harvesting this thing was sort of secondary, but
Okay.
it should still be there. So.
Um,
So I was
huh.
thinking, like, I don't know, you sent like a crew out along the coast and they pry
I
those
haven't-
things out. And
Yeah, I haven't sent the spotter back to Viven yet.
could be pretty good. Actually, now that I think about it, Kasumi, do you think it would be wise to accompany that group to do that? If Kasumi were here and not off eating delicious ice cream or
I'm
whatever.
sorry,
Oh,
I had to get up.
to eat ice cream?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if we sent a group of folks to like go boat over and take all the teeth out, do you think it would be wise to accompany them? Because what if it's like you know, you leave this big dead thing full of expensive teeth, and then people go get sent to get the teeth, and then you just hit them again with
Well, I
more
mean-
fire or whatever.
If you guys are like busy with something, I'll go with my men. But
Yeah, that doesn't
think
make me feel better about the situation, unfortunately.
hey, I can handle myself.
This is
but
a
I can-
person that put a crater in the floating elf city.
Oh, this is that
It's like
person.
single-handedly. Yeah.
Ah, Well, I
Yeah.
can probably. I mean, I have money. I can hire a certain mercenary, basically adventuring party that a mutual friend has put together.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
going to say you could hire Akios.
Ho ho ho.
And they should give me some pretty good deterrents.
Yeah, so you
They're,
think those
Yeah.
from
things
what I know,
could...
they're pretty accomplished, and it'd be them plus me.
Alright. So those teeth you think will fetch a price then?
uh, yeah, you might say that.
Excellent. That's
Yeah,
great.
obviously, like you're telling me there'd be a finder's fee. Uh, so what would you guys like for it?
I mean, I don't know the exact worth of it.
Well,
I
I guess we
mean,
could take a percentage cut
I have a
of whatever
guess,
that is.
but I'd still need to see the actual teeth. Yeah, I mean, obviously I wouldn't have it at all if you guys didn't show up. So how about we do it 60-40, since I'm
Sure.
doing the actual work of transporting and
Absolutely.
harvesting. Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Yeah. We'll get this I'll get this done, and yeah, I'll try to sell that all in the event. And I don't think that'll be a problem. I think you might be pleasantly surprised with what you get out of it.
That's good. I wouldn't want something like that to go to waste. The thing is enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're describing, I'm pretty excited to see it myself. Your late lunch, early dinner proceeds apace. And eventually, yes, you finish up. Kasumi, you with your successful wisdom roll, you do not feel ill from overconsumption, but instead are merely pleasantly full. As are
Have
you
you
all.
have you ever
Hmm?
considered the path of Polonius, Kasumi?
No,
Yeah, why not?
I don't want to be bound by all of it. You know.
Well, wow. Or do you think you'd get bound? Like, I'm not bound by the Tenket to be a badass and get real strong and cool.
Listen, enjoying
You're hearing
food
yourself?
is only one
Paulina.
aspect of my personality.
Paulina can't see it, but Kasumi behind Paulina, Pascal like flexes as she says that.
I roll my eyes.
So I don't see how you would be, bound to eat cake. Oh no.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it's for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just poking fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it seems well, I was gonna say harmless enough, and I guess the enough is sort of the key phrase. So, as long as it doesn't teeter over into cannibalism again,
I mean, we've
happy.
all met Polonius,
I
right?
thought that was going to go in a very different direction.
What?
I mean, we've all had a little cannibalism.
Oh no!
There's a little cannibalism between friends. But no, we've all met Polonius, right? So, like, you don't meet a god every day. So I don't know if this is normal, but he seemed really reasonable. But in a way that, like, sort of communicated that he wants something from you.
Yeah.
He did.
So, I don't know. I don't really. He did right by my dad, I think, but only after he was sort of like in a position where it was convenient for him to do so. And only after like torturing him for a decade. So I don't super trust that guy.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't trust him.
Yeah.
But he just wants his people to have a good time, I guess.
Yeah, but I feel like that's all just
Yeah.
because people having a good time contributes to him having a good time, you know? Like, I don't think he could care less, really, if you end up in a better place afterwards. He just wants you to party while you can and not think about the consequences too hard, which is a little selfish.
Oh, yeah. I think we can all agree that selfishness plays in quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You note that that Pascal is about a quarter of his meal at that point, and at this point, he just sort of looks at it and pushes it away from himself. Right. So,
Baby, what's wrong? You've barely touched your magic shrimps.
I literally ate I literally ate all of the magic shrimps. The only thing that's left there is the fried rice, and I don't need that. Literally, actually, really, I don't need any of it. But that least of all.
Is this restaurant called the Magic Shrimp?
You know what?
It
It
is
now
now.
is. Yep.
Yeah. Good.
It's just a placard of a shrimp with some magic sparkles and a wand.
Oh.
Only it's a really realistic shrimp, so it's actually kind of horrifying. But no, it's a yeah, it's the magic shrimp. It's delicious. Your lunch, and soon you're able to retire to your various places. Learning quite quickly of Sada's intent to visit Krithlma on the morrow and try to see what's going on there. Is there anything you guys would like to do? It is the late afternoon. Is there anything you would like to do before you retire for the evening in preparation for your journey down into the depths below your island?
I wanted to go talk to Grid about sending off to Frisket.
You find Greta right where you left her.
All right.
By now, the temple is emptied out, and it's mostly her and her fellow priests cleaning out the place. Ah,
Hey,
Sada, you returned to me.
so I wanted to ask you if you could send the sending off to Frisket again to tell him we're planning to come tomorrow there.
Yes, I can do so. What would you like me to convey to him exactly?
Here, let me think for a second. Hmm.
You can write it out if you desire. Remember, it has to be 25 words.
Yes. Okay. Uh, Brisket and Sada, we're going to head down to Krothamar tomorrow to see if we can assist you if that's all, if there's no problem with that.
That's it?
Yep.
Very good. She sends the message. A few moments later, she receives a message back and goes, Vrisket's response was effectively, you've already inserted yourself into Krithma's politics before. What's a little more?
All right. Thank you.
He also is grateful for your offer of assistance.
All right. So yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you at the castle in the morning. Rita.
Very good.
We'll probably take the sky skip over to whatever the nearest hole we can take is,
The sky skiff.
or
And
maybe we should walk over. I'm not
Greta's
sure.
eyes slowly sort of drift over to
Or,
her
yeah,
significant
Barradune,
other.
Yeah. So maybe we should walk or ride, I guess.
Well, I would hate to be that horse. Walking will, I think, have to suffice.
Yeah. Not to mention, it's probably best to not leave the sky skiff in the wilds either. So.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Oh, how do you intend on getting down to Quithlama?
Hmm. Did we ever find any other ways down there, Cells? Or it was just the same way?
The Quithlaman Skitterkin actually made one.
Oh yeah.
As you recall, they dug up into Shirado.
Oh
That
yeah.
tunnel
I
has
forgot
not
about
been
that.
collapsed.
All right. They back when they helped us during our assault on Hayaba, they actually dug a tunnel in Shirado. So hopefully we can use
can we
that.
visit the hot spring?
Maybe.
I think I may have to insist.
Okay.
I have things I need to prepare, Sada Ryudo. Thank you for visiting.
Thank you. And I head back to the castle.
All right.
All right.
Anything else? Anyone else would like to do?
Not at the moment.
Not
No?
right now.
Alina, you're good too?
Yeah. Haven't
Okay.
checked in on Amon Thaw in a while. Just thinking about him earlier.
That's true.
Just hope he's doing okay.
Well, you could find out. You now know that you can sort of like connect into him.
Yeah, I just want to see if what his like mental state is and how he's doing, and if he's more together than before, or if it's a
Okay.
very slow process.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what time would you be doing this? Like, obviously, this would have to be with Pascal present due to the ring. So yeah, sometime in the evening as you two are puttering around your residence.
Yeah.
You just call Pascal over, or
Yeah. Hey.
Mhm.
It's been a while since I made sure Amon Thaw is comfortable or
oh
whatever. Yeah.
yeah.
Just thinking about it after I had that dream last time. I feel like I've haven't been doing my duty, so.
I mean, Pow, I don't think anyone would accuse you of not being dutiful.
Yeah,
But,
sure.
yeah.
But I feel bad leaving a guy hanging in a weird
No,
liminal space.
definitely. It's
Yeah.
not like he's talking to me, so he's probably pretty lonely.
Oh, poor guy.
Right. So how do we have to do this? You just
I think I just sort of grab your hand and look at the ring, or maybe I just sort of maybe I touch it. Yeah.
You are sucked into some sort of liminal space. The space within the ring is strange and ethereal. Still, it is not really well defined, and unfortunately, neither is Amuntha. Before you float, Amuntha, head. Still.
Okay. Yeah.
Halina Khalil,
Hello.
you have chosen to visit me.
Yeah, just to make sure you're okay.
I apologize that I have not made much further progress in reconstituting my form.
Well, that's nothing to apologize for.
As it is large and mighty, it requires a lot of effort, frankly.
Yeah.
And the amount of energy I do siphon off your significant other's soul is quite paltry.
That's good.
I intend.
Well, yeah, exactly. Cool.
Yes, yeah, he has given me no cause for further temptation, for which I appreciate.
That's
and I encourage
weird,
you.
but all right.
I did warn you.
Yeah,
believe.
I think he did. Yeah.
Yes.
Just,
Don't
hang
let him
in there.
do anything Polonian. Essentially, don't just don't. It bad stuff all around.
Yeah.
No one wants to deal with that.
No.
I don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that.
No. Nope.
He doesn't because his soul would be eaten.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
It would be bad all around, and just frankly, it's our best way of sticking it to Polonius just to make his plan fail. Presuming it is his plan and he doesn't have something even subtler planned underneath the
boy.
plan, which
Oh.
would not be beyond him, so be vigilant.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to be.
Yes, Paulina Khalil, you must.
Yes, I must. All right. Yes. You're right.
Understood.
So, to what do I owe the visit?
Oh, I just I feel like I hadn't checked in a while, and I wanted to make sure you were safe and comfortable as you can be here.
This is a wellness check.
A little bit, yeah.
That is very kind. I truly appreciate you doing so.
It's no trouble.
I was not mistaken in my choice of champions,
That's
nor was our
good.
Lord. Thank you, Paulina Khalil. I am as well as I might be given the circumstances.
That's good. That's
I-
fair.
I greatly appreciate your investigation of my well-being. It is meaningful to me. I sense you have used my imparted ability to smite evil with the power of your fists.
Did I do that? I don't remember. I'm sure I
You
have.
blasted Namboku to smithereens.
Oh, that was yep. Yeah, that checks out. Yep.
Good. This
Yeah.
pleases me.
Oh, good.
I will. Yes. This. This is. Your powers are thus deserved. And so I will do what I can to assist you further.
Cool.
And with that, Amuntha's eyes glow,
Oh, okay.
and you feel a sort of inner strength in you that was there under the surface, usually not noticed, just got a little stronger. And you feel that you can do that smite evil
Ooh.
a little bit more often.
Ooh, we're gonna need it. Cool.
So you can now smite evil twice per day instead of once.
Sweet.
Thank you for visiting me, Kalina Khalil. I shall not hold on to any longer.
Alright, take it easy, I guess.
Yes. Farewell, Paulina Khalil.
Farewell.
Go forth and do well and
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And so I shall.
And so you begin sweeping back into your own body, the liminal space growing further and further, smaller in your vision, and then you hear echoing through your head that, oh, and tell Pascal he really needs to work on his glutes. Boom. And you're left in your bedroom or in your home with Pascal. So go well.
Yeah, he's doing as good as he can in the circumstances.
Awesome.
Yeah.
glad that you can visit him like that. I think he'd probably be really lonely otherwise.
Yeah, I think he appreciated it. Then that's nice.
Cool.
Also, don't.
What?
No, you're doing good. Actually, he said that you're doing good.
Okay.
He said,
great.
keep it up. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
What? You're not gonna tell him to work on his glutes?
No.
Shaking my damn head.
Lots of
way.
flies.
And with that, you all more or less are able to get to your respective beds and sleep the night away until the next morning, where what finds you in the various places that that sentence was making no sense. Excuse me as I start over.
Yeah.
So you all wake up, you get your things together. Sada has essentially informed you that you intend to leave the next day, and skickly find your you're all seasoned adventurers now. You are able to very quickly get yourselves together and to the sky skiff, or at least to the castle courtyard, where after a little bit of waiting, Greta and Baradun both arrive, and Baradun does march up to the sky skiff and sort of gently nudges it with his hand, causing it to rock.
Hmm.
Forgive me, but I don't think I'm going to fit on this.
Yeah. I didn't think so. Yeah, we're gonna make the trip to Shirado. On foot, I guess.
Been a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, take horses.
I mean, is there a horse big
I'll
enough?
have to walk. Yeah.
Horse big enough for what?
Baradun.
Carriage.
I mean,
Like,
last time I stepped in a wagon, it and Baradun sort of like scratches behind his neck. His neck, which is like twice the size of your torso, Kasumi. Baradun is so big. You don't think that there's a wooden conveyance that can meet the task of transporting him, and even if it was, the team of horses that would be required would probably not walk much faster than a human's walking pace anyway. I
okay.
apologize, but I do really would prefer to come along if Greta is accompanying you.
Yeah.
And
It'd
I
also be good
don't
to have your help
think,
as well. So.
well, I have certain talents.
It's true.
I haven't been in combat since I required the use of my full faculties, and I'm honestly a little concerned as to how that might go, but well, no, that's not true. There was the time when we were assassinated, or almost assassinated. They tried to assassinate us. But that was so brief and simplistic that I don't think really taxed me with what what I'm trying to say is that well, I'll need to walk. Long story short,
Yeah.
sorry.
All right. Yeah, let's hit the road. I think it's been a while, right?
It's been a while
Yeah.
since
Maybe
you
take a horse
guys
for a pack mule
had
besides just Batfire.
to walk.
Yeah.
Well, you have Batfire with you, who is capable of carrying a lot of shit, and you have Baradun, who's also capable of carrying a lot of
Also
stuff.
true.
And between the two of them, how many? You probably do want to provision up a bit,
Yeah.
unless you're just going to be eating what you can generate from the dish of delicious delights.
No.
Which I can tell you will not substitute your
Yeah.
entire diet.
Yeah, that's too much delicious delight.
Um,
Oh, I think we want like enough. I can't remember how much because we probably restock in Strato there as well, and we don't know how long it takes to get from Strato's tunnel down to Krothamar. So I think
you
we
don't.
just
It's true.
we should just take enough for the trip to Strato for now.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6.
Okay.
Oh yeah, does Prince Batbear want to come along as well?
You ask him?
Yeah, to help
No, not
us.
especially.
Okay, just making sure if you want to help us hurry along to get in the cache by taking care of all these problems.
So let
we
me
have.
get this straight. You want to take every important, actually skilled fighter out of Hayaba at the same time that there is a flying
You make a
fire monster.
good point.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Yep. That's why you're. I don't know. All right.
Wow. Walking is slow, you guys.
It's true.
What if we jogged occasionally?
What if Sada jumped really far?
It will take you 5 days, well, really 4.75, to reach Shirato by foot.
All right.
So you should at least provision that much. Um,
I
did
guess
I
about a
figure out
week's
what
worth just to be safe,
what
maybe.
day is? Yeah. So it's quite easy for you to provision. Trail rations are you don't have to worry about Barrington and Greta, and or your cohorts really. But for yourselves, trail rations are what 50 copper pieces per day.
50 copper
So
pieces
Fair
per
enough.
day.
yeah. So it would be 3 silver for 6 days if you just
All
want
right.
that. And that would give you an extra day,
That
assuming
sounds
something
good.
goes. There's one of you breaks your legs on the way to Shirato.
Man, I hope nobody get chloria
um,
or cholera. I can't remember how to pronounce it. Blech.
Cholera.
Cholera.
And so yes, it is, after all, excuse me, I appear to have mucked up what day it is. Let me try to do. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so yes, it is Shintai. I believe it's Shintai the 4th, actually. No, excuse me. It would be Shintai the 5th. As you begin your journey. You're, I presume, blinging, bringing along Mino,
Yeah, we carrying that drip.
Mino and Batfire as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or Batbear at least. I don't know about Mino, but
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. And so you begin walking out of Hayaba. You guys haven't walked this far in a while, except for
Sure.
Paulina, who has, when she ran the
When she
entire
ran.
distance in
Yes.
one day in order to save Pascal,
That was fun.
only for him to explode out of a cake in a thong for her birthday.
What a day.
What a day.
What a day.
Memorable, at least.
Wait.
You begin traveling up north through Hayaba. You reach through Mizuna. And overall, your journey, while slow, does not take is not especially eventful. You have kept these lands quite well regulated. You don't really have a bandit problem on the island of Surugu anymore.
Cool.
Especially with the elimination of the bandit gang that was in its nascent phases, which still doesn't have a boat, by the way. You have a team of pirates that are getting a little ornery about their lack of piracy.
I'm
So you might
sure.
want to address that at some point.
Yeah.
But you do continue up through the forest at 817. The forest itself is untouched. You don't even have one of your ubiquitous lumber mills here.
Yeah. It's been
So
spared.
you get the pleasant forest road. But otherwise, yes, your travel up north to Shirado is uneventful and largely pleasant, except for the fact that you're walking for miles every day. It is tiring, and blistering on your feet. Greta takes advantage of the fact that she has close to 2 tons of muscle behind her and is carried for most of the way by Baradun. But the rest of you do not have such an advantage. And so soon
I constantly use light steps.
that helps. You manage to avoid blisters. But by the time that you reach Serrato, you are quite on Shintai the 10th. You are indeed quite done with walking, at least for a little bit.
Well, hey, at least we're in a hot spring town now.
It is. It's also really quite late in the day that you arrive in Shirado. You'd have to stop for the day soon anyway. So it's up to you what you guys would like to do.
Just stick my feet right in the spring.
Well, one thing, as you'll recall, you did build a palace here.
Oh yeah, we did that too.
Your never used summer palace is in Shirado. So you do have a place to stay free of charge.
Hell yeah.
In absolute opulence, actually. The palace in Shirado is quite a bit more appointed than the castle in Hayaba. It's truly meant for comfort. It's completely useless as a defensive fortification, but as far as comfort goes, it cannot be matched.
Nice.
And then true, you also do have the hot spring with which to relax yourself. So you arrive in Shirado. The guards see you walking up, and at first think that you're just some band of random people before they recognize Sada Ryudo from, well,
Hey.
she's been here before, and they immediately stand to attention, and one of them runs over and just starts banging on a drum to alert the rest of the town that someone important just showed up. Very quickly, Shirado turns out to uh, uh, to celebrate your approach. And you are comported to wherever it is that you want to go in the town. What do you do?
Let's go to the hot spring.
Okay.
I think. Rest their weary legs. See if we can find out how long the trip down to Krithlamar takes.
You are
See if
easily
there's any
enough.
Skitterkinder hanging around or anything like that.
You're able to make your way to the hot springs, which are actually pretty lively. There's a few people here. The hot springs have been doing pretty well since you united Surugu and made things on the island actually like safe.
For now.
Yeah. I mean, it hasn't been burnt to the ground, so it's definitely doing pretty well.
Nice.
And yeah, you're able to make your way into the hot springs. The hot springs itself actually has been able to create an additional hot spring, essentially,
Nice.
an additional pool off the back, so that they have chosen to reserve for VIPs. The previous VIPs are very rapidly stripped of their their distinction and
Damn.
are destined into the main area very unceremoniously by Kuno
Nice.
Ichijin.
They could have chilled out. That's fine.
No. This is reserved for you. Kuno Ichijin comports the lot of you into a it's not a naturally occurring pool. It has been sort of carved into the mountainside by workers. And part of the natural spring were diverted into it to create an entirely new pool. You have so instead of a natural stone floor and surface, this area is tiled.
Nice.
And immaculately so. A beautiful ceramic room, essentially, that is open air above the pool. But as you just walk into it, there is an area outside of the actual hot pool that has various seating areas and places where you can eat and drink and relax and have massages and whatever you desire. Kuno Ichijin makes very clear is yours. Please just let us know how we can help you.
All right.
Your Polonian your Polonian allies very quickly make themselves at home. As the rest of you go about doing your thing, relaxing in the very relaxing section. So, what do you all do now that you are here in Shirado?
Submerge to the hot spring right up to my nose. Or well, not above my nose.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna. Sorry. Oh, well, it's not. It's in Bozu. Okay. Yeah. I guess I wanna. I wanna have a little time with some sake in the spring. Just a cup of hot sake and sitting in the spring, thinking about things. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Is that good?
You are brought a bottle and a cup, and are basically told that just to let an attendant know when you wanted more.
Thank you. Well, at least I have this beautiful town, and now I'm gonna think about things.
Oh, I am also going to ask if there's any Skitterkin in Toronto, or if there's anyone who's been down the Krithlemar.
Kunoichi, at this query, looks at you and goes, yes, there are a few Skitterkin. Well, there have been Skitterkins ever since we had an entrance to their domain dug up into our town. Variously coming to visit or explore or make use of the hot spring in the case of one insatiable Skitterkin. Presently, though, I don't believe any are in town. I
Okay.
don't know why, but of late they've been very scarce.
There's some stuff going down in Krithlemar. We're going down there to help them out, but I wanted to know how long the journey through the tunnels were. But
Oh, well, that I can tell you.
Oh.
For the Skitterkin, they said that it's about 3 days through the tunnels in order to reach Krithlemar itself.
Okay. Thank you.
Are you all planning on going down there?
Yeah.
Kunoichi looks over your party and goes, I'll note from what the tunnels were described to me as, well, they're substantial enough that a few Skitterkin could fit through abreast, but well, they're not built for taller people.
So Batbear and Barradoon?
Well, they would be a concern, but I suppose you'll have to find out when you actually investigate the tunnel. I haven't been down there yet.
All right. Maybe we can find like a slightly reduced person, or slightly reduced size potion or something while we're getting more rations for the trip.
Well, there are um
Black Bear
shops
does
here,
not like to be small.
but yes, I just wanted to advise you that there may be an issue.
Thank you.
Is there anything that I can bring you in the meantime?
Not that I can think of.
No,
Nope. I'll tell you if I do.
perhaps food or drink.
I could
Some-
go for some mangoes.
As you wish.
Thank you.
Kuning Jijen Lin leaves, and soon you have a basket of, or actually, well, soon an attendant enters with a basket of mangoes, and she begins carving them up for you.
Munch and chomp.
Does Sada grab one and just bite into it like a raw
Yes.
potato?
Yes.
Oh no!
I do one.
Why? Okay, Sada, you know what? Fine. You this is Sada. You break your teeth on the freaking on the
What?
stone in the middle.
Damn.
She doesn't have the sense not to bite into the pit.
Biting directly into
Oh,
a mango.
no.
A mango is like 60% pit.
Yeah, but if you bite it on like one of the sides, like one of the cheeks, you can
Wait.
get a good bite of flesh with no pit.
What is
This is an insane thing that you guys are like saying
She's
to
the
do.
one who eats raw potatoes.
I mean, that's the two wrongs don't make a right.
No,
Wait.
you don't eat a mango
It's like a
that.
dessert potato.
Wait,
Dude, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong here.
That's just like a dessert potato.
wait,
I
I'm
stand by
sorry.
it.
I'm very confused here. Are we talking about a potato or a mango?
A
A
mango.
mango.
You've never eaten a mango like there's what kind of mangoes are you guys eating that there's not like there's a decent amount of flesh you can
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's a
Okay,
running down
fine.
the middle, but there's the meaty cheeks on either side.
I will admit I am on Sal's side here where I do think Sada is stupid enough.
Oh yeah, I don't think she should be eating a mango that way. I just think she would.
Do I have the
It does-
wisdom?
Because there's precedent.
It does
What
make
is
me
your
cry
wisdom score,
as a-
Sada?
10.
Roll. All right, make a wisdom check.
All right. Hey, 14.
Okay, you avoid breaking your teeth
For now.
For
for now.
All right. But next time.
On Dragon Ball Mango.
We do have
Alright.
we do have the amulet that could shapeshift somebody for a little bit, but that's only with one of those though. So
Are you discussing this in character?
yes.
Okay. Baradin, upon hearing about this amulet, observes it. That would possibly make me not a minotaur, but
Yeah,
I
but
would
you can take
still
it
be a
off.
warrior. I would still be a warrior of discord.
Hmm. Oh yeah, so
My
you still be pretty big, yeah.
But if you
size
changed to like a
is
gnome, you'd be like a
Just a really big
like a
gnome.
human-sized gnome.
huh.
Yeah.
No, actually,
Oh.
small folk are even more affected
Oh.
by Draught of Discord. Even they are, well, not so large as I, but quite substantial.
It's
Hmm.
pretty incredible.
About the same as a human might be. Yes, you haven't seen anything until you've seen a gnomish warrior of Discord. It's frankly horrifying.
I hope I see
I
one
bet.
before I kick the bucket.
Gnomes are eccentric to begin with, so one that is whose mind has been totally taken over by the raw forces of chaos is well, intimidating. I hope I'm not being too much of an inconvenience for you all.
No.
I haven't had much of an occasion to interact with you since I've been able to. And now, the first time that I have really been with you, it seems that I am something of a burden.
I gotta ask, since we don't know much about you, Baradun, when did you take the draw discard? And why, I guess.
Baradon and Greta share a look. I took it years ago, maybe 5 or 6. I was impulsive and wanted to prove something.
Mhm.
It was foolish, perhaps, but and Greta and Baradon sort of take each other's hands and hold on to it, each other, and go, I think it worked out well.
That's good, at least. How much do you know about the draw discord, by the way? I've only heard about it like a little bit, but you seem to know a fair bit.
I've known my experience of it. I don't know how to create
Hmm.
it, or from what it is created. That's a secret, I believe, is primarily held by the priests of Fervus.
Hmm.
But I do know what it's like to be influenced by it. The initial transformation is agonizing, and in that agony, your consciousness is eroded. You lose much of your control to what's underneath. And quite frankly, even with the boon of Polonius's influence, I feel that boiling beneath the surface of my mind. Still, it's a almost indescribable pressure, a hatred of being bound by something as simple as social niceties, a rebellion at anything that can be rebelled against. It's not entirely pleasant temperamentally for me. I'm sure others might enjoy it, though. And he smiles. And you can see when he smiles, actually, most minotaurs have. Well, a minotaur is just a person. It's just a human body with a cow head, essentially, and digitigrade legs and hooves.
Okay.
The cow head is not like anthropomorphized at all. It is just literally the head of a cattle.
Yeah.
And a minotaur's teeth is like the teeth of a cow or bull. The flat and flat things meant for grinding food that you have swallowed and then regurgitated several times. Although minotaurs do not, thankfully, do that. Faradun's teeth are sharp.
Hmm.
They're pointed, and some of them are hooked.
Damn.
And it's not symmetrical how they're arranged. Upon realizing that you're looking, he does sort of let his lips fall back over his chompers and sort of quiets down in his space of the hot spring, which is really quite a substantial amount of it.
Hmm. Well, yeah, we'll have to. Hopefully, it'll work out when we go for the tunnels tomorrow. We'll have to see.
I may have a method of dealing with the issue.
All right. Also good.
I lied, I don't,
Oh.
actually.
Damn
I'm
it.
sorry.
Darn it.
Apologies. I thought reduce person was a cleric spell. It isn't. But yeah, anything else you guys would like to do as you're sort of just chilling out in the hot spring, eating mangoes?
No, that sounds good.
Hell
That's
yeah.
fine, I think. Yeah.
Well, then you spend the rest of the evening doing so. You are brought whatever food you want, you are brought whatever drink you want, and you have a very good time. Massages, being waited upon, music, entertainment. You are well and truly relaxed and pampered by the time that you leave to go to your palace, where you get individual rooms to sleep in very comfortable conditions, and the next day are well and truly prepared to venture down into the damp darkness of
Sure, we stock up on rations
the
again.
Skitterkin lands. That'd probably be wise.
Yes.
Again, rations would set you back about
Yeah,
50 copper for
I think
each
about
day.
yeah, I think about maybe another week's work might be worth it too, just for the trip back too. So we don't have to stock up on Skitterkin rations.
Mm. Depending on how long you might be down there for.
Yeah.
So you, I presume, all of you stocking back up on rations. It's about
Yes. There's
a
another.
silver, and it's about another 3 silver for
Alright.
another 6 days.
Saddle will
Um,
buy that.
well, each.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'd just be getting it for one person. It's 6
Yeah.
silver, or it'd be rather 3 silver for one person for 6 days.
Okay. Let me cover mine
And
then.
2 of your party members eat substantially more. But eventually, but those 2 you don't have to worry about. You just have to worry about the rations for yourselves. But yes, the
Alright.
next day you are prepared to make your way down into Skittercon land, and you are led over to what amounts to a hole in the ground. It is a tunnel that has been dug up, and it's sort of been built up to be made a little bit more formal. The citizens of Shirado have erected a torii across it.
Cool.
But at the end of the day, it is a stony and dirty hole
Hell yeah.
leading down into the earth. It is actually very large, and has been clearly reinforced with stone buttresses down into its darkness. But
Awesome.
two things you immediately notice. It is about 5 feet high.
Hmm.
It is not lit.
Hmm. 5 feet high. How wide is it?
It is wide enough for you'd say about 5 skitterkin to march side by side. So it's about 6 feet wide.
Remind me, can the Skitterkin see in the dark?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I could bring out the ever burning torch.
Yeah.
It's a source of light, at least.
Yeah. I just gotta figure out how to
Polonius
get.
can assist lighting our way as well.
Just gotta figure out.
But we
how to
do
get
have a
Baradun.
difficulty.
Yeah.
And Baradun, the rest of you, all of you are going to be squeezing just because of the height issue.
Yeah.
Baradun and Batbear just straight up cannot fit down there.
Heck.
What if we
Oh.
grease?
Like-
What if we grease Baradun up?
Ew.
Baradun would, even if you did, Baradun's like, he would not have enough room to actually move his limbs.
Damn. All right.
Like, his shoulders are nearly that wide.
All right. Well, we can take care of Balbarrow with the amulet. We gotta figure out what to do with her Baradun. Find some kind of way to shrink him.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing about the amulet is, of course, it is random.
Yeah. But I mean, we got 3
Maybe
chances, so hopefully one it will be like a humanoid shape for Balbarrow.
All right. If someone would like to roll for that, roll a D31, please.
Sure.
All right.
We're not in a particularly
let's
snug
roll it.
space when we're doing this, are we?
No, we're
I
still
think you're
outside
just
of it.
outside the.
Oh, good.
We're just figuring
Wouldn't
it out.
want it to be something bigger, you
We
know?
rolled a 14. Give me the.
you
What
rolled
am
a
I
2.
turning into?
Yeah, that's a
What?
2.
Wait. Oh, I saw the wisdom roll. I'm blind. Yeah. What am I at a 2? Did I turn
Cool.
into Sonic the Hedgehog?
1 or 2.
I want to be number 1. He was number 1.
Okay. Well,
Mr. Krabs. Okay. What am I turning into?
Batbear shrinks down.
Oh,
How much?
Substantially.
Oh,
He
God.
he's still wide-shouldered and broad-bodied and muscular.
I thought you were saying I was supposed to become like a spider or something.
He shrinks down to be about 5'6", reflecting the height. Well, maybe a little bit shorter because Batbear is not the tallest centaur. So really maybe about 5'4". But Batbear horse halves or rescinds into him. But
Ew.
leaves his tail. And his ears migrate upwards to become little triangular ones, and his eyes become vertically slitted.
I'm an elf.
Elf.
Vertically slit. He has a tail.
What the hell are you guys talking
I
about?
don't know.
Oh yeah, he has a tail, triangular ears on top of his head, and
I was
vertically
confused for a
slitted
second.
pupils.
That's an elf,
Absolutely,
right?
that's how I
Yeah.
describe an elf.
Yeah, that's
No,
an elf,
he's
right?
Catman.
Sound like an elf. You're right.
Oh my
Is
god.
he a?
What?
I don't know what he is.
What?
You now are the proud owners of one
Cat
Catboy.
Oh.
Fat boy are.
Beefy cat boy.
He is an extremely beefy Catboy.
I am
Wow.
mighty.
But he's like Pow's height too, so it's like
Don't you mean I'm the fuck
Oh,
it, whatever.
meowty.
Yeah. Boy, this
on the bright side,
I didn't
that
even know
guy
we
can
had.
definitely fit.
All right,
Now
that's good.
to the
I did not know we had a cat boy race.
Yeah, Chin's one. Remember?
Shin's one. Shin's the
All
cat
right, I
boy.
completely
Shin's
forgot.
one, Ara's one.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot because Shin's so cool.
All right, so let's check
Sorry,
out.
I'm sorry for my bias. I play Final Fantasy 14.
I mean, the token that I used to use for, or actually no, still use for Shin, was of one of the cat people
The
from
Makote.
yeah,
Oh my
from
god.
Final Fantasy.
All right,
But
so
it was stolen art, so I
Wait,
prefer not to
Cells.
use it.
Yeah,
So I am
Cells.
switching over to Hero Forge 1. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you because I don't think you know this. So I played a character in 14, and it was a cat boy, and Xaver, I don't know what like prompted Xaver to do this, but he's like, you can't be a cat boy, so he paid to change my character's race, and I don't know why, but every time cat boy comes up, it just reminds me of that.
okay.
That's very silly, but amusing.
$14, yeah, or whatever.
So, you now have one of your two issues done and dealt with. You
Let's
just have to deal
see if we
with the
can-
other one.
Maybe we can find somebody in town who has some kind of like reduced person potion or something.
Finding one would probably be diplomacy as you
Yeah.
seek to gather information about the town.
It's true.
As you recall, you do not have a magic item store in Shirado, so finding one may be somewhat difficult. But you rolled a 39,
I
so
did.
never mind. Yes, you are actually led up to a man. He is not a store. He is it's basically the equivalent of you're walking through it's like you're walking through Central Park underneath one of the underpasses, and like so a guy opens up his trench coat to reveal a bunch of watches.
Oh god.
You basically get approached by the
the
seediest
villager
looking
from the villager from Resident Evil. I mean, the merchant from
The-
Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, basically, you get approached by the seediest looking man you have ever met, who basically sidles up to you and goes, "I heard you're in the market for some comestibles."
Yes.
And he opens up his very well worn kimono to reveal a whole bunch of little potions in pockets sewn on the inside.
I'm sorry.
What are you buying?
I'm sorry. I have to ask. Is there nothing but a fundoshi underneath? Just him with the kimono and the fundoshi
He
and
is.
the potions.
You know what? Yes, he is wearing. He's just wearing the body wrap, and he's wearing like a leg. He's wearing like a
Socks.
Oh.
yes, he's wearing socks. He's wearing like I forget that the name of the pants are, like a hakamaki, I think it's called.
Oh, the baggy ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Yeah, he's he's looking to sell you something, certainly. And he has a lot of potions in there.
God damn it.
What's he got? Does he got a reduce person? That will last extended amount of time.
Ah,
Two of-
you want something that'll last longer.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well, I got you here something that will extend the use of a potion that you drink. This one will multiply it by quite a time. This one will make you last longer, if you know what I mean. We'll keep that on the side. But yes, this will make a potion last longer, and this potion will make a person smaller, if that's your thing.
It is what I need. So. So I don't know.
Ah. Well, we all have different
completely
needs
oblivious.
after all.
I've got draughts for every kink imaginable. Fucking weirdo.
Some might say it comes from a forbidden book.
How long we talking here?
This one is just a little maid outfit that I managed to fit inside a bottle.
This one will change every minute that it's used into an hour of use. It's a long time. They say you're supposed to visit a doctor if it lasts that long, but believe me, you'll be fine.
Good lord.
Oh, you have a cat boy in your party. I have something to fix that. Oh my god.
So, how many you want?
Let's see. How powerful is the reduced person?
These potions will last you about 8 minutes.
All right.
With the extender potions, that's 8 hours. That's enough for a whole day of travel.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to work out the math here. I'm also worried about when we have to stop as well. What happened to Baradun then?
We'll get big.
Question is how big are the rest stops that I'm sure the skater can have put it along the way.
If you're asking me, I don't know.
All right, let's see here. So it takes 3 days. All right.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think. So it'll be 8 hours for each of the reduced with the length increasing one, right?
Yes.
All right. So that would be 3 for a day for 24 hours.
Mm.
I mean, I would need I think that would technically mean I would need 18 of each.
Well, I'm afraid I don't have that many.
Damn. How many do you have?
Of the reduced potions, I got 4. Of the extended potions, I have 6.
All right. Well, I'll take the 4 for the reduced and 4 the extended.
Right. 250 silver
All right.
each.
Oh, okay. Let me check Sada's bank account.
You got this bank account. It's all on you. Hey, they increased taxes again. I wonder why.
Sada has, let's see here. Oh, Sada has 8,138, so that would be, how much is 250 each, you said?
Yes.
Alright. Times 8. Okay, that would be 2,000 silver.
Alright.
Sada will take the blow.
Very good.
Don't say that around a guy selling sex things.
Thank you. Anything else, stranger?
Do you have any really big guns?
I think that'd be pushing this reference a little bit too far, don't you?
I had to make sure. See if we could execute Akio's plan.
Oh yeah, a giant water gun. That's gonna be a
Yeah,
problem
I
next
have
session.
this one gun that's called Broken Butterfly. I don't know why.
All right. Well, we have 4 of these potions now, so hopefully it'll last. Hopefully it'll work out.
Anything else I can interest you in?
I don't know. What's the?
I got this potion. What makes up for meals? Good if you're going on a journey. Sip of this a day keeps the hunger pangs away.
Is it just? I'm like genuinely curious if it's cup of instant noodles.
No, it's just the file.
It's
Each
Soylent.
has got 10 doses, only 50 silver each. Just don't drink them all at once.
I'll buy 2 of those.
Very good. Thank you. All right. Is there anything else you might like?
Anybody?
No, I can't think of anything right now.
Okay.
Do you have
Unless
any
you have.
like health potions? Just
Oh,
normal
I've got
healing.
a few of those. Yes.
Okay, those are handy.
You.
He fills through his various pockets and eventually pulls out 3
Riddles
hot
the.
potions.
Sorry. Potions.
Those will run you 250 each as well.
And what? How strong are they?
They're pretty serious.
Okay.
So each potion of the not being hungry is 10 doses each, right?
Each. Yes, it's
All
10
right.
days worth of food in one
Cool.
little vial.
Cool.
Again, don't drink it all at once.
All right.
I mean, you could.
I marked it down as potion of not being hungry in my inventory.
I will buy the health potions. 750 for 3? Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
And with that, the merchant
Disappears.
piles
Oh.
his substantial amount of silver that you just gave him. You just put his kids through college.
Nice.
As he sort of shuffles away.
These better work.
Yeah.
If they don't,
yeah,
we'll hunt them down.
It didn't even occur to me that could have been a snake oil salesman. He was so charismatic.
Are they? Yeah, nobody sensed a single motive on that one.
Nope.
Yep, and you didn't take anybody with. Well, you did have. Greta can identify things.
Are these real Greta?
Greta.
Unidentified potions.
Are we dummies?
Greta looks at them and goes, after you explain what to do, yes, these appear to be potions of what he said they were.
Cool.
He just walked up to us and
How strong are the health potions?
They appear to be potions of cure moderate wounds.
Okay.
That's not critical.
It's better than nothing. We don't really have. Well, I guess Greta can heal, but in general, we don't have a dedicated healer anymore.
Healing is a domain of Polonius. I'm very good at it.
Yeah.
That's good. Glad to have you along this time, for sure. Oh, ow.
Now then, I suppose we should see what this does to my dear.
Yeah. Let's see how much Veradun shrinks.
Baradun takes the potions, which are teeny in his hand. Like he has to take them between his forefinger and thumb.
Nice.
And he drinks the extender one, and then drinks the shrink person one. And before you know it, Baradun recedes down. His proportions remain exactly the same, so he's still ridiculously tremendous.
But now
But
in a small size.
yes, he is only let's see.
Hello?
By the end of it, Baradun's only about 5'7", actually.
Hey,
Like
nice.
he's reduced in half. His
He's
size is
he-
reduced in half.
He's shorter than me now.
Yes. The issue is that Baradun is
Still
also
really big.
really, really big. He's still bigger than all of you, even though he's shorter than a lot of you at this point. He weighs like 600 pounds at 5'7".
But can he fit?
He can
It's a
fit.
little fella.
Phew.
You all have to squeeze. Baradun has to squeeze a lot more than the rest of you, but you can get through.
Excellent.
And so, with
Maybe
that,
once we're out of here, we'll take the other way back up for the old dwarven tunnels. I think those are bigger. If I remember
that's
right.
true.
Yeah.
You do recall that. You also recall it being a little treacherous getting to them.
Yeah. But hey, I
Some
mean,
cliff. But you begin your trek down into the depths of the earth and towards the Skitterkin Skitterkin city state of
yes.
Kritilma. And that's where we'll end our session for
Yes.
today. So,
Man.
hope you all enjoyed. You
Yes.
are, as you are now going off on a.
Oh yeah, Bettles is with us too, isn't he?
Oh yeah, Betelus is with you.
We're gonna
He
talk
also has
about
to squeeze.
that.
Yes, he's been very quiet this entire
Yeah.
time, and definitely not because I forgot that he was accompanying you. But yes, the lot of you begin to travel down into the earth. As you begin your first adventure alongside your Polonian allies.
Yes.
Won't that be
Hey,
fun?
and Betelus is with us too. He's never come with us on an adventure before, I don't think.
That's true.
Yeah.
I hope these guys aren't.
Between the two of them, though, one of them is much more likely to get up to shenanigans.
Betelus.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, Betless.
Yeah, when he takes a picture in the wrong spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the guy's like, why are you taking my picture? And then he eats the camera. I don't know what
Good night.
narrative I just invented here.